G'day guys, this clip is taken from a larger video where I reviewed the World Eaters leaks in completion. So all of the new leaks from the new codex are completed in this other video, but I thought for ease of use and to make it a little bit easier for you guys to digest this, I would split the video down into multiple different components. So if you want to see the whole thing, there's links to the description below. But with that being said, let's get into this clipped version of my World Eaters Codex leak review.
Look for the blood god.
Are you tired of overkilling or underkilling enemy units? Tired of wasting time deciding how many attacks to allocate to achieve a desired outcome? And are you tired of complicated maths, calculating multiple weapon profiles with complex special rules? Well, thanks to today's sponsor, all of those problems are problems of the past. Adept Roll allows you to input the profile of your attacking units and the profile of the units they are attacking into to calculate expected results with precision. You can apply modifiers like Feel No Pain, -1 to hit, damage reduction, as well as enemy strats like Armor of Contempt to get precise results for what you expect your units to do on the tabletop. By rapidly simulating 1,000 rolls, Adept Roll will help you understand what your expected results are likely to be in any given tabletop situation. You can even save attacker or defender profiles to make data entry super fast and super simple, as well as importing them from various sources like Battlescribe or even screenshots from the Games Workshop app itself. So if you're looking to upskill, play like a pro, and stop making avoidable mistakes on the tabletop, download Adept Roll today and start playing with precision. Alright, Khorne Daemonkin. For those of you familiar with the old Codex Khorne Daemonkin, this is a very welcome return. So this is the detachment that allows you to take 1,000 points worth of demons in with your World Eaters. And then whenever an enemy unit is killed, you roll a d6, and on a 3+, you gain a Blood Tithe point. Now, notably, we don't gain them when we die, it's only when we kill things, and it is on a 3-up, so it's nowhere near as crazy as it used to be. However, you don't require as many of them to activate the buffs as what we used to, so I think it more or less balances out. You can basically spend those Blood Tithe points in your command phase to activate certain buffs. One of them you spend 2 Blood Tithe points, and you're going to get a 5-up Feel No Pain against psychic attacks or mortal wounds. There's certain matchups where that's going to be phenomenal. Then 3 Blood Tithe points, all of the demon models in your army gain Lance. Now this is referred to as Enraged, and that comes into play when we talk about some of the stratagems later. 4 Blood Tithe points, and the demon units in your army gain a 4+ Invulnerable save. This is referred to Boon, and that also will come into play when we're talking about strats. So 4-up Invulnerable saves on Bloodletters sounds pretty good to me. And then 5 Blood Tithe points. All the demon units in your army gain the blessings of Khorne from your detachment, from your army rule. So that's kind of cool. Not super crazy, but there's some interesting stuff in this detachment. I think this might be one of the better ones. There's an enhancement, World Eaters model only, so you can't give it to any demons. And it's a demon unit within 6 inches of him gains the blessings. And if Might of Khorne is active, you can reroll Battleshock tests. And Might of Khorne is one of the blessings above, the detachment things. So that's kind of cool, gaining blessings. The other enhancement is a 2-up armor save, and if the bearer is destroyed, you generate a Blood Tithe point. This is really cool on something like Bloodthirster, just giving it a 2-up save and making it almost as tough as Angron. Quite cool. The next detachment, we heard Warhammer Community talk about this one, which is a Juggerlord, can be attached to Blood Crushers or Fleshhounds, and he also gains the Deep Strike and Blood Legion keyword. Blood Legion is the keyword that all the demons get. And the Juggerlord, if you remember, he gives his unit the ability to walk through walls. So if you add him to a unit of Blood Crushers, well, now you've got a big unit of Blood Crushers with a 10-inch move characteristic that can move through walls. That's a pretty scary rapid ingress threat. So, quite a big fan of that one. And then the last one is a World Eaters model only. He gains +1 of strength, attack, and damage. And when he kills something, he automatically generates a Blood Tithe point. You don't need to roll for it. So that's pretty cool as well. That's like the Berserker's Glaive on steroids. So that's really, really cool to see. Then we've got some stratagems. Now this is where this detachment is absolutely insane. Some of these stratagems are really unique and I've never seen anything like them before. such as the first one, which is a 2 command point. After an enemy unit is destroyed, actually, it's any unit, friend or foe, is destroyed, you can set up a bloodletter unit that was in reserves within 9 inches of that destroyed unit, outside of engagement range, but not limited to outside of 9 inches of enemy models. So what this means is you're going to be able to, kill something in the shooting phase and then deep strike in your bloodletters in your shooting phase within 9 inches of what you just killed, which could be just outside of 1 inch of enemy models. And then you can, in your charge phase, charge things with those bloodletters. So that's pretty crazy. Or you can do simple things like they shoot you off of an objective. You go, cool, well, before removing that last, goremonger, I'm going to spend 2 CP and I'm going to drop this bloodletter unit where the goremongers were, and I'm going to hold that objective. And then it ticks over to my turn, and I have these goremongers, these bloodletters able to charge you from where the goremongers were. So that stratagem's crazy and has a lot of utility. I can see top players are going to get miles of value out of that. 1 CP, World Eaters unit within 6 inches of a Demon Prince gains Lance. And if the army is enraged, then they gain Twin Linked. So this means that if you spend 3 Blood Tithe points to make your army enraged, you can take a World Eaters unit that's within 6 inches of a Demon unit, and they're going to gain reroll wounds, which is crazy when you have devastating wounds as an option on your blessings. So this is the only way that you can get reroll wounds that I can find in the book, and that's crazy, being able to do that. And it's only 1 CP as well, so I think a lot of people are going to build around that. The next is 1 CP. After killing a character or a monster, you generate D3 Blood Tithe points, and then can generate one of those buffs immediately. So that's really cool. 1 CP, World Eaters gain a 5-up invulnerable save, or a 4-up if you're in the boon from the Blood Tithe. So the Blood Tithe buff that gives your demons 4-up invulnerable save, if you have that active, you can spend 1 command point and give your Khorne Berserkers a 4-up invulnerable save, for example. So that's pretty cool. The next is a demon within 6 inches of a World Eater. Resurrect 1 mounted D3 Beast or D6 infantry models to the unit. So a simple resurrection, but being able to resurrect D6 infantry models to a demon's unit is going to allow you to do all the tricks we're familiar with Necrons doing, where they string out onto objectives and stuff like that. Or being able to just bring back one of your Blood Crushers from your unit that has your Juggerlord attached is just value for 1 CP. And then the last one is 1 CP, end of your opponent's fight phase, you can uppy downy 1 unit, right? That's just really good. It's going to allow you to take that unit that previously had to turn around and go deal with your opponent and is now back in your own backfield. You're going to be able to pick it up and then send it back into the fight, making sure that you're always applying that forward pressure. So that's quite good. Let's have a look at a list for the Khorne Daemonkin. So we've got the Juggernaut Lord with the Disciples of Khorne. We've got 10 Jackals. We've got 2 units of 3 8-bound and a unit of 3 Exalted 8-bound. We've got the unit of 8 Goremongers. We've got a unit of 6 Blood Crushers, 10 Bloodletters, a Bloodthirster with the Blood-Forged Armor for that 2-up armor save. We've got Scarbrand, and then we've got 2 Brigands. Now, this list, the reason that I think we want the Brigands is because it unlocks that ability to shoot something and then drop in your Bloodletters in your shooting phase. Which I think is really, really valuable. It also allows you to do things like tank shock things, and then if you do manage to kill something with your tank shock, you can bring the bloodletters in your charge phase, and because it's still your charge phase, they're eligible to then declare a charge into something. So there's a few interesting things that you can do here with Brigands and bloodletters. And then you've got the Juggernaut Lord leading his Blood Crushers as your rapid ingress threat. You got Scarbrand and the Bloodthirster running around being absolute menaces, and then your 8-bound, your Goremongers, etc., doing your actions and your secondaries, and dealing with other threats as well. So I think that's a pretty cool list, and I think it's going to be very interesting to see that Bloodletter trick and see how much mileage people get out of it, and that's going to be a ton of fun. Hey guys, thanks for tuning in. If you liked that video, make sure to like, subscribe, comment, all of that good stuff, and head over to blogforthebloodgod.com where you can pick up merchandise to support this channel and allow me to continue making content like this. You can pick up a t-shirt like the one I'm wearing now, neoprene objective markers, gaming mats, we've got dice, we've got terrain sets, and we've also got a link to my Etsy store where you can get 3D printed miniatures if you're looking to expand your World Eaters range or start a World Eaters army entirely. So there's a ton of different cool ways that you can show your support for the channel Everything that you do helps me improve the quality of my content and the frequency of my content. So if you liked this and want to see more of it, you can show your support there. Or you can join our Patreon, which is a great way that you can get access to our unique Discord channel where we talk lists, we provide coaching, one-on-one, various tiers, give you certain access to certain things, and we also just have a ton of fun in there. There's a lot of banter, we share memes and stuff like that. It's a ripple little community with a lot of support. So if you're looking to immerse yourself in some like-minded World Eaters players, check out that Discord via Patreon. And as always, let's get a conversation going in the comments below. Thanks for tuning in, guys, and I'll see you in the next one. Cheers.